When I was 17, my guidance counselor told me I had two options. I could go to college or I could waste my life. And at the time, I remember thinking, waste it doing what exactly? She didn't say. The alternative to safety was just described as waste, and I think about that framing a lot because I think it's the story most of us were handed before we were old enough to push back on it. Playing it safe is not really about safety. It's about living a life that makes sense to other people, that they can follow, that they can evaluate and approve, and that approval functions like oxygen when you're young and you don't know yet that you can live without it. The cost doesn't show up immediately. That's what makes it so hard to see. You make the sensible choice, and the day after looks exactly like the day before, and the week after looks like the week before, and you're fine and you keep being fine, and somewhere in the middle of all that fineness you realize you haven't surprised yourself in years. You haven't done anything that scared you. You haven't wanted something so badly it made your hands shake a little. And you're not suffering. You're just not there. I've talked to people in their 50s and 60s about this, people who took the safe road their whole lives. And what's interesting is they don't regret specific decisions. They don't say, I wish I'd taken that job or moved to that city. They say something like, I just never really found out what I was, and that sentence stops me every time. Because that's not the loss of a thing, it's the loss of a self, a whole person who never got to exist because the conditions were never quite right, the timing was never quite there. You will never have certainty. That's not a pessimistic thing, it's just true. Every person who built something or moved somewhere or said yes to the terrifying thing, they did it without knowing how it would go. The not knowing was always part of the deal. The people who seem to move through life like they have some permission the rest of us don't. They just made their peace with that earlier. They decided the discomfort of trying was a better trade than the comfort of not. I'm not saying blow up your life. I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow or make the dramatic move or perform some gesture of courage on the internet. I'm saying there's something specific you've been not doing, and you know exactly what it is, and the reason you haven't done it isn't the reasons you tell people. The reason is that it might not work, and if it doesn't work, you'll have to live with that. And that feels worse than just never finding out. And before you tell yourself the people who took the risk were just luckier than you, watch this next.